I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Hello everyone in the world today. Welcome to the FRTRWLR podcast. I really hate the name of the page, to be quite honest. And I don't think I've ever said that, but I really hate the name of the page. It's too long, and you
it's
can't
a really
abbreviate
long
it.
name.
It's just like
hard to tell your friends.
Yeah.
it was the first sort of page I ever adminned on, and like I saw that the original owner of the page, like he'd made it and said, I quit the Leonard Church page and I'm going to make my own page, and my phone just went off, and I'm
Unprofessional.
I really am, actually. That is like a complete no-no for recordings. You're not meant to have your phone. Anyway, hello there and welcome. This is the very first podcast. This is the very first podcast that we have done on the page chat. We are doing this. It should. The plan is that we're going to release this when we get to 5,000. But if we never do get to 5,000 likes, then I guess we'll just release it anyway. Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Right, well, so
Alright.
well then, okay, so since I'm being left out to do all of this, my name is, you may probably know me as Delta, but my real name is Dan, and so that's what I'm gonna be going under. My name is Dan, my name is Delta, and also here joining me today is
My name's Callum. I am Crow on the page, formerly Jean. You'll probably recognise me from all the Ruby fan art I post, because I don't seem to post anything else. And also with us today we have...
Sarah, or you'd all know me as Theta. Most of you will remember... Shush. Most of you will remember all my RT pixel arts that I used to do on the page.
Oh, I remember them. You haven't done them in a long while. They were really good.
I'm
I like the Sheila
working
one.
I'm working on a really big project at the moment, and it's taking like 6 months.
It's a giant, life-size, real-life picture of Callum.
No. It's really
Did you hear
big,
that? I think
it's life-size, it's... Don't know how to say it without giving it
Life-size.
away.
Who wouldn't? Who
Life
wouldn't
size in
want a
Minecraft
life-size
is pretty
photo of
tiny.
me?
Yeah, no, it's like pretty big. It's like I don't know how
pretty
to
big.
explain it.
Whew. Large,
Life-size-
enormous,
Life-size and block.
giant. Life size is really not very big in Minecraft.
It is if you do it to
2 blocks.
scale.
It's literally a block of...
Oh, to scale is not life size, that's to a scale.
Shush. That's the reason I'm not the smart one.
I am absolutely the smart one, you can all agree. Anyway, I figure this has gone off to an absolutely brilliant start so far, so I figure
Better
what we
than I was
should
expecting.
probably... Better than I was expecting. Actually, no, I think it's going quite well. We haven't really had any really long pauses yet, and that's the thing you got to watch out for. So yeah, I figure what we should do, just as like the first podcast, we're going to try and not go too long. We're just going to go as long as I think we necessarily need to go. Anyway, we should probably just sort of talk about how we all get into Rooster Teeth as a whole, because I mean that's how we all know each other, to be quite honest. We were all part of the admins on the from to We Love RT Facebook page. So
Good one.
I don't like
You
the
wanna go
name,
first,
it's
Dan?
too long. I don't want to go first, no. How about you go first, Callum?
Okay. Well...
Go ahead,
boss
the
here,
stage is
but,
yours. The stage is yours.
Thank
Did you prepare
Being
your
a drama
script?
student, that means a lot.
You got
Yes,
the script
I did.
right?
I have it right.
Perfect. I spent
Here.
ages on that.
Oh
Do
yeah,
not
at,
mess it
at
up.
20 minutes, you're gonna have to say "oh bugger." Okay, just keep
Oh, bugger. I'll remember
Anyway,
that, you do realise.
So I think I went. I came into the Rooster Teeth community. I think it was the morning before school. I was really bored, and I'm like, I'm gonna hop on my computer
One
and go watch
Christmas
a random
day.
video, because that's what I used to do. That's what I used to do before I went to school. And I stumbled on the Tex Fights the Reds and Blues scene from Red vs. Blue Season 8, the massive fight scene, the first big one the Rooster Teeth had ever done. And I just remembered watching it and just falling in love with Tucker, Caboose, and just the humour and like even the physical comedy of it was just amazing. I got hooked on it. Then I went, huh, that was really cool. I didn't think it would be a whole channel. I just thought that was a fight scene. But now then I went back and I watched later on. I watched a Rooster Teeth short, which was Catch, which is the
classic.
Father's Day one in the field.
One of my favorites.
It's one of the
Then
best.
then I watched all the shorts. They were classic ones. Then I watched a lot of the films of the week, and I slowly just widened my variety of what I watched when it came to Rooster Teeth. Now I pretty much watch everything when it comes out, but I don't keep watching it. But no, that's pretty much how I came to Rooster Teeth. It was through Red vs. Blue.
You don't keep watching it. What does that mean?
I don't keep watching everything. I don't
That's
like
understandable.
like Free Play. I watched the first episode of Free Play, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Speaking of shows that, like, for sponsors only, Christ, just a timestamp when we're recording this, yesterday was the release of Theatre Mode. I don't know if either of you have seen it.
Not a sponsor yet.
Not a
I
sponsor. How many have you seen? Oh god. I didn't know if it would be any good, but it was so really, really good. And it was a film...
It exceeded
Sarah
my expectations a lot.
Absolutely. Just to describe what it's about, it was based on a film called Thanks Killing, Sarah, which is a film about a killer turkey.
A killer turkey.
See, I thought this film came out in like early 90s or something. No, it came out in 2009.
Yeah. It looks by the preview
Paid
90s.
to make that.
Oh god.
I think
I
they
was
were going
trying-
for
I
a
was-
90s feel.
It looks... I honestly can't believe that was a serious movie, though. It was so horrible. Lord
The
above.
acting in it's terrible.
I think the name of it
Right.
just gives
There's
away
a
how
killer
awful it
turkey,
is.
and he's coming.
Oh, there's the lovely rape
Well,
scene.
the
Love that.
title is a
Ugh.
pun, so
Thanks Killing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's a
either
bad
way.
pun.
pretty bad at times.
Either way, we're talking about a movie about a psychopathic murdering turkey, so a demonic turkey. So we're really out. Oh god, that film is so bad. Christ above.
I recommend you all watch Theatre
Right.
Mode if you're a sponsor, and if you're not a sponsor, watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. Be a sponsor.
Or get a sponsorship, then watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sarah, they hear that? You
Yeah.
hear that?
Taking notes.
Go and get sponsor mode right now. We're going to pause the podcast. Go and get sponsorship right now.
Just run to the shops at 8 at night.
Oh yeah. Wait, is that what? Oh Christ, it is late, isn't it? Yeah. See,
Well,
I
not
always-
really late.
Well-ish, you know.
not
compared
early, though.
it's about midday for me. See, originally there were meant to be four of us on the podcast, and I realised just a minute ago actually that it would have been 3 Australians and 1 British. I would have been completely outnumbered.
I actually had a
I
mate,
already am.
like,
You're still outnumbered,
if it
but
was
less
cut-
outnumbered.
if the other person
what?
came in, I was planning on naming this, like, 3 Aussies and a Brit.
3 Aussies and a Brit. That'd be a great podcast until it's like 1 Aussie and 2 Brits and an American on. So 3 Aussies and a Brit. That sounds awesome. That's a great name. We might have to put that in the poll. We've got a poll. It's going up on. It's not, but awesome. We're going off track.
Kind
We're
of
going
noticed.
off track. I've got a post-it note here that's got a list of things that we can sort of go through if we're struggling with topics. So Sarah,
Yes.
tell me.
Yep.
How did you get into the creatures?
The creatures did not expect
No,
that.
not the creatures. You see, you should be prepared for anything. Go ahead.
Well-
Go ahead. Tell me your story.
It was
Make it
around.
good.
It was around 2007. I was over at my mate's house. We were playing Halo, and it was the first time I've actually played Halo with someone besides my brother. So I really enjoyed the game. And he said, "If you like this, I recommend you go on YouTube and watch this show." And so he showed me the very first episode, like season 1, episode 1, and I just immediately fell in love with it and like continued watching it ever since. The end.
Was that it? You just fell in love. You like all the
But like,
Aussie stuff.
yeah, well, like with the Achievement Hunter people, guys, it was sort of different. Like, it was on the recommendations, and I was like, oh, this looks funny. So I watched like fails of the week, and it sort of went to like Achievement Horse, and I thought they were like teenagers in a bedroom recording it. Didn't actually think they were grown people in a little
It's weird
office.
when you see them for the first time, isn't it?
Yeah,
They act like teenagers recording it in a bedroom.
yeah.
That's kind of the best thing about it. They bring their inner children out and that's what you get. You get that childish state, and that's why it's so entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That was fairly easy. That was, it was a nice little story. You found it out in the cold night of 2007.
It was actually midday and it was really hot.
It was really hot. Right. Just way to shit on
We're
my
in
story.
Australia, remember that.
You're in Australia. Either way, 2007. That must have been season 5.
Yeah, around season 5, 6.
5 or 6. Yeah.
5.
I think
I
that's
think that
about
was when
right.
the Blood Gulch Chronicles just finished, and then we're moving into
Ended.
Halo 3.
Yeah, I think so too.
I didn't realise until much later on into season that there was multiple endings of the Blood Gulch Chronicles.
No, see, I didn't know. I watched all the multiple endings, but because I was around 7, 8 when I watched it, I thought that was the end of it. And then it was a few months later, I was like, "There's more," and then I just watched it on. Shush.
I think
It clearly
season 6 was a good season, but I can't imagine how annoying it would have been for people who had been fans of the Blood Gulch Chronicles going into it, because all their favourite characters were separated, and if you were a fan of Tucker, you didn't like season 6.
I remember
No,
being
or donut.
I sort of forgot about Tucker and all that until he was in the radio
How
call.
dare
I didn't
you.
recognize it was his voice until he said Voucher Bow, and I was like, wait a minute,
It's
this
in
seems
the
familiar.
sound. Season 6 was great. Not because it was the best season, but because it led to the best seasons. Everything from 6 to 10 is absolutely brilliant, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't
Not
like,
that the rest
I
of it
didn't like
isn't.
9. I'm going to give
No,
an unpopular
9
opinion. I didn't like season 9 all that much.
I sort of
Freelance
like
and
season
stuff was
9,
really
how
good,
it
though.
brings back the Blood Gulch Chronicles feel to it.
That's what season 11 did as well. That was the point with Miles.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think Miles had a big job taking over at season 11. He had a lot to live up to.
Wasn't he
and
an
did a fantastic
intern?
job. Season 11's good.
Wasn't
was
he an intern
for
when he
season
first?
9 or 10.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
think
helped
he worked
create
he
season
worked on
10.
Machinima of season 9, then in season 10 he
Yeah.
helped it.
And then season 11
And now
he was
he's the
given
lead
it.
writer.
yeah.
Bloody hell. Well, now he's not for this season, actually. No, there's multiple writers.
No, he's not. Oh, yeah. Was it Screw Attack, Funhouse?
Screw Attack,
There was
Funhouse, Freddy W.
Smosh.
Game Grumps. Are they in? They're writing one, aren't
Yeah,
they?
Game Grumps. Yeah, they are. Bernie, Matt.
I can't wait to see some
and I
Bernie
think it's-
episodes again.
I think
Yeah.
I think iJustine's actually got an episode too, and the lead writer of the CW series iZombie.
Mm. I watched a bit of that
Oh,
show.
okay.
Oh my
What's
god, I hate that show.
I'm thinking of iRobot.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I first saw it.
Wait, no, that's the Will Smith
iZombie
film.
is about the teenage girl who's
Yeah.
a zombie.
And then she works
I
in a
was
morgue, so
thinking-
she steals their brains to eat, but she gets sort of their memories and she fights crimes.
That sounds like that young adult book film that came out a couple of years ago about that zombie person. Anyone remembers that? There was a film that came out. It was like a rom-com, but it was about zombie. It was like Bodies something.
Warm Bodies.
No, that might have
Warm
been it.
Bodies,
Yeah,
that's it.
that was it. What was that about?
Haven't seen it.
I mean, it was
No.
there was a romance of it was basically Twilight but with zombies.
Oh, great. What could be better?
Yeah,
Twilight
it's not a
and
good film.
zombies. Have you seen it?
I think I watched a bit of it, and I've seen Everything Wrong with It by CinemaSins.
Oh, I love CinemaSins. Lovely.
So Dan, how did you get into RT?
Why, Sarah? Well, thank you for asking. I must say, I realised that I'd kind of made a mistake because I can't exactly introduce myself into asking the question.
Yeah, so
So,
I was sort of
I'm-
waiting for it.
So I'm glad you asked because that put me out of a tight spot. Well, you see, this was a long cold summer. No, this was a good few years ago now, back when I was stupid, and I saw this was before I even realised that YouTube was really a thing. I was a late bloomer into sort of understanding everything about YouTube.
Oh, we
Anyway,
can tell.
this was a good. Thanks. This was a
Yeah,
good few years
I think
ago.
I
I saw
was-
the first
I was as
episode.
well, don't worry.
I saw the first episode of Red vs. Blue, and this was before I even knew that Halo was a thing, you know, so this was like a while ago, and I saw it and I was like, well, this is really weird, and I don't know if I like this or not. Anyway, so I never heard about that again for a few months. Then, a few months later, I found something called Fails of the Week, and I found that, and that was absolutely awesome. And I saw Fails of the Week, and I saw Horse, and that was great. Then my internet got crap, and I basically abandoned YouTube for about a good few months. And then I come back to it, and I find something called, what did I find? Let's Play Minecraft. And you know what it was that got me into Rooster Teeth? Do you know which member of Achievement Hunter that made me go, okay, these guys are funny?
Was it Jeff?
Gavin?
No.
Right.
Well, I already liked Jack and Jeff from Fails of the Week. Yeah, it was Ray. It was something that Ray said, and I can't remember what it was, but it made me go, okay, these guys are funny. What the hell is a Let's Play? Because this was like, I had no idea about anything. So I watched all the Minecraft and all the Achievement Hunter, and then I find out, oh my god, Rooster Teeth is absolutely brilliant. Look at all the stuff they've done. Then I went back and heard about Red vs. Blue, and I was like, Red vs. Blue? That sounds great, let's watch it. Went back to the very first episode of Red vs. Blue, and I went, hang on a minute. And basically, I watched the first episode of Red vs. Blue like a year or so before I'd even found Rooster Teeth. And I hadn't even noticed. And then I came back to it, and then I realised, oh, I get it now, this is perfect. And then it's just sort of gone on from there. Yeah!
Interesting.
That's very interesting, right?
Long story. Ours would have happened in one day. Yours went over the course of like a year.
Yeah.
Oh Christ, yeah. But this was like, again, so I didn't know that Let's Play was a thing until I saw like Let's Play Minecraft. So it's like
I was
the first.
I was kind of into YouTube before Rooster Teeth. I think it was the Yogscast I was really into for a while. Then I think it was the Creatures for a little while because I like the Black Ops Zombies gameplay.
Oh, I remember that.
And yeah, they were really funny. The probably my favorite one is the Moon one. That was just brilliant. And I think it's good because YouTube's a platform where you can come into it from any direction, and you've got this massive open space in the middle of you, and you're never gonna fully get everywhere, but on the way to trying, it's actually really fun.
Yeah.
Like you got all this stuff to watch.
Yeah. I like YouTube now. I probably couldn't go a day without it, or I probably could,
No.
but you know, it's like I always am on it. So
I remember
yeah.
my year 9 camp. Well, we went on camp, and it was hiking, and it's like setting up tents and everything like that, and cooking your own food. So I basically went back to the dark ages. I was miserable all week, and I think the only thing that got me through was the fact that I had pretty much memorized all of Red vs. Blue season 8, all the dialogue and all the scenes because I'd seen it so many times. Whenever I was really bored and about to hit someone, I get a funny story to tell. I just keep watching it over and over and over again, and I think it's the scenes in the desert are my favorite of all time. Like the wait, what is happening? Oh, be cool, don't do you fucker.
Oh dear.
All right, Dan, you go first.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, I think one of the tops, like, I mean, what was it? I'm trying to think of something. The the one of the desert scenes was the very first use of the animation that they use. This is in light of like the movement animation that they use, and that was when Church did his laser face, and that was a couple of episodes before. Like seriously, one of my favourite moments of all time in Red vs. Blue is the first time you ever see the proper animation as Griff busts through into Valhalla in the Warthog. And it's
I like the part where it's like,
perfect.
how does my bumper taste, arsehole? And like, Washington's hang just goes up.
That was a good scene, and I like how Griff was completely unaware that Sarge was actually giving him the code, and you just hear, "Oh, shotgun, that's my cue."
Yeah, I like how they did that in like a later season too.
I honestly, yeah, but it's like that's so good because like they'd never done anything like it before, and it was just like, holy hell, that is so cool. And then like they do all the what was it, the Reds and the Blues fight, and then there's the versus 100 Texas in season 10, which I think is one of the best episodes of all time.
That's a good one. I like how we keep using the term "of all time" because we're talking about it. I really see that. I don't know whether you guys are doing that consciously or not, but I wasn't.
I
I always
do.
say
I quote a lot of stuff from Rooster Teeth without even knowing it, and it's
Yeah,
like similar to how you memorize like season 8. I've memorized like season 1 because I've watched it so many times, and my friends get really annoyed when they're like, "Where are we?" It's like, "Why are we going that place?" I'm like, "Why are we here?" And they just look at me, and I have to walk out for a bit.
Oh dear. People like you just gotta slip in a red versus blue reference anytime you can. I actually slipped in. Speak like we were talking about the door earlier, weren't we? I actually slipped in a fucking reference from that short at some point when I was talking to someone like a couple of weeks ago, and like I was really surprised that they actually caught on because they don't even watch Rooster Teeth regularly. I've maybe shown them a couple of videos, and like we were talking about
Was it
something that was
the
ridiculous.
fucking Looney Tunes line?
That it was absolutely it. Yeah, it's fucking Looney
crazy
Tunes.
talk. Yeah, totally crazy. Fucking Looney Tunes.
I said fucking Looney Tunes, and I have no idea why I said it was about something, but the guy caught on, and it's like, holy fuck, I've changed you. Because he would. Oh dear, it's just like it's so cool how you can. How the hell did you know it was that line?
Because I was trying to think of memorable quotes from that short, and the one that always stands out for me is Jeff. Just like you see him popping in the way, fucking Looney Tunes. That's by far the best thing of that short, and one of the best things of all the classic shorts too.
Yeah.
The first seasons of the shorts were so damn good. Like the first 2 or 3 seasons, like oh god.
Because they pretended like they filmed it always in the office because they didn't have anywhere else to film it, so they always made it seem like that was what was happening in the office, and you got that feel of, this would be really cool if this happened in an office environment. I think one of my memorable ones was the one where they can read each other's minds.
Yeah.
You actually hear their thoughts, and
what's that called again? I can't even remember.
Thoughtful reminder, something along those
Something
lines.
like that.
I think
I'm
so.
gonna be looking for it. You just keep talking.
Good morning, everyone. You blood-sucking leeches.
No,
What's everyone's favourite short?
Catch.
Catch is a good one.
You see, he's my son. Boom, mother.
That was the guy they used for the chairman.
Yeah.
So, I love how they just keep bringing back actors. Chain of Thoughts, that was what it was called.
Yeah, that's what it was.
There you go. I really am the Gus of the podcast.
Yep.
That's perfect. I love it. Chain of
I
Thought.
think my favourite short was, I think it was like the light switch one, where they're all trying to like change the light bulb, and it just like the lights go off and it turn on, and they're all on top of each other.
And they're all tangled
they're all just making like just really crappy jokes throughout it all. It's like, why did you cross the road? Oh god, it's so stupid.
And then
so
Griffin
funny.
just turns on the light.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through some of the shorts now and just thinking, Christ. Lunch Bunch is pretty funny. That's like, you're the guy who stole
Lunch
my
Bunch is the one with the talking
coffee.
sandwich.
No, it's not.
Oh, isn't it? What's the one with the talk?
Lunch Bunch is
Ball.
the one
That's
where
what it
they're
was.
like... Yeah, Lunch Bunch is like, you're the one who's been stealing my salt, so I replaced it with rat poison or something.
Poisoning.
And then, like, you stole my... And then like
I'm
Bernie's
allergic
allergic
to
to healthy
healthy
things. Yeah. New Old Car's pretty funny as well. That one's got Jason in it, which is pretty good.
Jason's good.
Jason's good.
I wish he'd do more stuff though, because he doesn't work for Rooster Teeth at all, does he?
No,
I think he
so.
just didn't want to do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Still good
Fair
that they're all there though.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. It's good that he comes back to keep playing Tucker, because I mean he is still friends with them, so it's good.
Tucker's pretty much like one of the lead roles in Red vs. Blue now, though, isn't he? Like,
Yeah, I think
it went
Tucker's had one of the most like character developments throughout all the seasons. Like in season
Especially
1, he
in the
goes
chorus
to
ones.
like in season 1, he's like sort of lazy, but like makes all these sexual jokes, and he doesn't want to do anything but stand around. And then like it goes to him like he has to be a leader and like find his friends and stuff.
And he clearly says, I hate this job, I don't want to fucking do it.
Yeah.
But I want to get my friends back, and if that means I have to deal with you people, that means I will do it. And that's a very big moment for Tucker, because he's pushing past that level of I don't want to do this, and he's sort of just copping it on the chin and just be like, if I do this, I'll find my friends, I'm just going to tough it out and do it. And it's really that was something really it didn't have an emotional impact, but you definitely felt something when he said that.
Tucker is absolutely one of the best characters in the show, I think, at this point. He's got so much, and he's wearing the meta armor now, which is really cool. Although
I don't know how I feel about that though, because like
if he had his original helmet.
I hope the armor will break. Like after that scene, they'll be done with the massive fight scene, or then like what Church left behind won't be able to power it anymore, so he has to take it off and change back because he can't keep wearing the Meta's outfit. It
looks weird. It's like it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, because you've still got that doom doom doom. That music in your head whenever you see the Meta's armor, and also that's that weird snarl he used to do because he couldn't talk. You always get that feeling whenever you see that helmet. Like even when I used to play Halo 3 a lot, if I ever saw that helmet, excuse me, it was always kind of weird to look at it. Because I'm like, this doesn't. It feels like a movie prop. It doesn't feel like a helmet in Halo.
And like, how would, if he does continue wearing it, how would like Carolina feel? Because and like Washington, because like
funny.
seeing their friend, but not
in a show that like we don't know what they look like. The helmets and their armor are their faces, and so it's almost just like he's completely changed his appearance, which is the thing.
Except Carolina, really.
Yeah,
apart from the freelancers and apart from Washington.
Because you did see Carolina's face in season 9 and 10.
Yeah. I think Bernie said that like he won't ever show like the main characters' faces because what like the community, like the fan art and that, what they come up with is far greater than anything they could like ever make of them.
And
I think the faces still look a bit iffy sometimes. You know, like they don't just quite have the edge of the helmets.
They don't carry that humor, that character feel. They kind of feel like they kind of feel like a brother to the character.
Yeah.
Wyoming's face though is pretty good.
Wyoming looks like Jeff and Gavin combined.
It's me, Wyoming.
Reginald, for God's sake, Reginald Wyoming. Yeah, he's so cool.
He's just clear the room, lads.
We're sort of reaching the half an hour mark soon though, so like one final thing I just want to quickly talk about. There are people talking outside and I want them to shut the fuck up. Anyway, no, just like one final thing that we want to talk about before we end off on the first one. Like season 14's coming up, you know, the trailer's been released.
Yeah.
Like what is everyone looking forward to it? You know, what are you looking forward to see in season 14 of Red vs Blue, which is coming out soon?
I want more like freelancer development, like background stories.
Well, the freelancers are back, aren't they?
Yeah, like great. I'm like really happy, but like I'm also like sad because it's like my favorite people are back and they're alive and happy, but you also got to remember that they're also dead.
Yeah, this is before they die. You're basically seeing a little snippet of everyone's life. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, sir, on that one. I want to see more of the freelancers. I also want to see more of Carney, CT. I want to see her story of joining the rebel side and meeting her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Who then takes her armor and then gets killed by Church.
Yeah.
All things.
Yeah,
I think it was a big, that scene, like, I don't know what it was, but the music and, like, him just saying her name while she just sort of drifts back.
Yeah.
It just hurts so bad, and it's the perfect song good to go with it. He picks up a helmet and puts it on, and you're like...
I like that first person's perspective as he does it, too.
Yeah, except he can't see shit out of that helmet.
Yeah. It's probably why she died.
He can see her face, and that's about it. He can see her face and like a piece of the floor, and that's it. I also want to see a little bit more of. I want to see, like, you know how York died, and there was stuff that happened in between season 10 and season 1.
Yeah.
That time difference. I want to see what happened there. I want to see York and Tex trying to find the director, and I want to see what happened during that time with Karen.
That was a mini-series, wasn't it? There was a mini-series of...
Yeah, I remember because, like, and then, like, that's how, like, they meet, like, Wyoming and that, and then Wyoming shoots York.
Yeah.
No, was it Wyoming?
I think Wyoming was
York,
there, and then Delta opted to stay with York's body.
Like, stay. Yeah, because,
You'll have to send me a link to that. I don't think I've seen that. I've seen the Recovery 1 miniseries.
Recovery 1's good.
Yeah.
Recovery one's good. Someone did a 3D animation of that to make it look better because like the original one's kind of hard to look at. But
Yeah.
It was
actually
Halo 2,
really-
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the lighting on the map just didn't work for what they wanted, but they re-edited it so they had like a lot more realistic movements, and it looks so much better. I'll have to find and send it to you guys with that. It's really good. What are you
Link
looking
down.
forward to, D?
Well, you've absolutely, both of you have completely missed what I want to see and what everyone should want to
I
see.
think I know what this is.
There's two things that I absolutely really want to see. I know for a fact one of them is going to be in it. Any guesses who?
Is it Vic?
Vic!
Delta?
Vic
Is it Vic?
is
Yeah,
the
knew
greatest character in existence. Vic, I've been waiting for Vic since the start of the Chorus trilogy, since forever, and like I've been saying in the month leading up to it, I want to see Vic. And whose voice do we hear in the trailer? Fucking Vic. And do you know who the other one is? Actually, I really, really want Nathan to come back because I think that Andy is one of the funniest characters in the entire show.
I think he's most definitely the most inappropriate.
He's the. Oh god, it's just like some of the jokes he says is like the only pair of balls that Tex is going to get her hands on is when she has her morning scratch, and it's just like that. It's so really rude, but really brilliant.
He had such good dialogue. He was perfect. Like he was an asshole, but you loved it.
I think like my favorite part is when everyone's trying to calm him down, and he's like, "Wait, are you guys talking about me?" And they like, "No, we're talking about Tex."
Just all of the side characters from the Blood Gulch Chronicles. I'm talking about Sister, I'm talking about Junior, I'm talking about fucking Andy and Vic, and I want to see the
Crunch
loud.
Bite.
I want to see the loud, like the loud and sort of kid soldiers, the ones that are just meant to
Zealot.
mimic online.
Oh yeah, those were good.
Yeah.
They were funny.
I
Brilliant.
was on Tumblr, and then like
can't be
someone said
funny.
someone said something that kind of makes sense. The reason why it's called Blood Gulch Alpha, Outpost Alpha, is because that's where Church was, and Church at that time was sort of like the Alpha.
I mean that, and there was only one post in Blood
Well,
Gulch,
like,
but yeah,
shush.
And I think he is the alpha,
he is.
so I think
He
on
was.
the director's part, it probably wasn't the best place to
He's
put
dead
him.
now.
No.
Yeah, oh yeah, Alpha's dead.
Church is going to have to. Alpha's coming back technically though.
No, yeah,
For season 14, I'd imagine.
Yeah, Alpha is. I liked how Epsilon was a lot nicer to Caboose because I felt like Church's aggression towards Caboose. I mean, it was warranted because Caboose was an idiot and he would have been very frustrating to be around. But like, you got to admit, he's at heart he's just a kid who just wants to make friends, and he's really nice and really supportive when he needs to be. He's just an idiot though, which is just
We're trying to
and then-
socio-analyse Caboose at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pulling a Dr. Gray and just giving psychoanalysis for everyone.
Also a great character.
Don't look up Emily Gray on Google unless you specifically say Red versus Blue next to that name, because if you don't,
right.
you'll get a very nasty surprise.
Oh, what is
porn?
it?
Emily Gray is a porn star.
Oh, okay
Yeah.
then.
Ooh. Dr. Gray, just try Dr. Gray instead.
Yeah.
Also a great character. Anyway, I think we've reached about the half an hour mark now. Fuck, I forgot to say oh bugger at the 20-minute mark. And I was waiting for that for like 10 minutes, and I absolutely forgot. So
Cut.
So tune in for the next podcast where I will say oh bugger at the 20-minute mark. But
Just write that down on
overall,
your sticky note.
I think I will actually. But overall, I think it went quite well for the first one. To be quite honest, don't you think so?
Yeah, so did I actually. Better than I expected.
Same.
Yeah, see, it's great. We didn't need any of the others.
You say that now, but next podcast we actually need people.
So next week, YouTube
So Congress
both
drops
making.
out.
No, we're not going to do this weekly. We'll just do this whenever we can or whenever we want, really. Who knows? Maybe this will become the new internet box.
Highly doubt it though.
Need a name.
No,
now. Anyway.
no comedy here.
Well, thank you very much to you two for joining us on this edition of the FRTRWLR podcast.
I was gonna
Hate
say
the name?
from RVB to Ruby, we love talking, but you know.
Still like it. I like it. It's the length of it though is so damn long.
Yeah.
No, I think that's
And
good
it's one of those ones where you can't like abbreviate it too because it doesn't make sense, and it's
I
still a
just-
Excuse
mouth.
me, I
just
just
say-
did.
Yeah, but
I
it's
just say
still a
from
mouth.
RVB. Yeah, from RVB ... That's how I say it to my friends if I'm ever messaging them. I'm always just like, oh yeah, the group chat for from RVB ... And half the time they're like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, and I type out the name of the page, and they're like, oh yeah, that one.
I
that's
just call it like sometimes like from
Chat.
RVB to Ruby, or just from like RVB and Ruby.
I should call it page.
Page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way. Hey, right.
Change that.
We're doing an RT podcast. We really need to leave now. So thank you all very much for joining us. Thank you all very much if you actually ended up watching the very first episode of whatever the hell this podcast is. So I've been Dan, and that's been Sarah and Callum, and we'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know.